So how we doing today, guys? So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about how you can pass all the stages of NoFap in semen retention. Now, for guys who begin this journey, you are obviously very excited in the beginning. You're like, I'm gonna get on this train and I'm not gonna give up no matter what kind of crazy urges I get. And next thing you know, for those kind of guys who are like extremely excited to join this and just feel they're not gonna fail, most likely you are going to fail, because you have to be very true to yourself before you begin this journey. See, when I started, I was extremely excited about just jumping right in and doing everything extremely hard mode. And when I started that, I noticed that within the first 2-3 weeks, I had some crazy urges. And these urges were not letting me sleep at night. But I was actually still able to overcome them. But within a month, I ended up fapping. So make sure before you begin this journey, make sure you're true to yourself and know what your limit is, know what you actually can do. You gotta be ready to experience some new changes in your life. See, in the first 2 weeks roughly, if you're going on sort of an easy mode, not something that's extremely crazy, because I honestly feel that if you go extremely hard right at the beginning of this journey, it will be a little tough, especially depending if you were really hooked on pornography before, like I was. Let me tell you what you will experience within 2 weeks when you've given up fapping. You're gonna experience a lot more confidence. You're going to feel a new kind of way that you haven't felt before. But see, the thing about this is that you actually already had that kind of contentment within you. It's just that you were watching pornography so much that it was just ruining your mind, and you just thought that is the only way I can be happy. The fapping just makes you feel like you got a healthy alternative to escape from society. And that's the whole tricky thing. That's where it tricks your brain, because your brain starts getting wired on that. Because once your brain starts getting wired on it, bro, you are really headed for disaster, because that means your brain is not going to function properly without getting at least a bit of dose from that. Now, what else you're going to experience? You're going to experience blue balls, meaning your balls are actually going to hurt a little bit within probably around the first month. Now, in my experience, I suggest you just ignore that as much as you possibly can. Don't engage in it. Don't focus on it too much, is what I mean. Do not just keep your focus on the fact that you're actually hurting down there and it's kind of distracting you and you feel like you may have to fap. See, what I actually thought in the beginning was that this was due to cold showers, but no, cold showers are actually the bomb if you really got to start doing those. And then what's going to start happen after the blue ball stage? You're going to enter into the infamous flatline. Every single guy who goes on NoFap semen retention is going to experience this at least a few times in his journey. It's not like it just happens once. Okay, I'm sorry to say that, and for guys who are thinking of trying NoFap semen retention, I do not mean to discourage you, but you will experience something called a flatline, where it's gonna feel a lot more stagnant. You're gonna feel less enjoyment. You're almost gonna feel like you have no sexual desire. You might feel very low at times. You're gonna feel like there's not many benefits coming your way. And this depends a lot on how much your brain was hooked on porn. If your brain was really hooked on porn, like say you're watching it every single day and fapping almost every other day, then yeah, the flatline will most likely, especially the first flatline, will last a pretty long time, even up to a month or a month and a half. As hard as it is in this time, this stage of NoFap and semen retention, you have to start getting out and taking action on things that you never actually thought you wanted to do. Something you wanted to learn, a new skill, something you wanted to pursue, some career that you never stepped foot in because you were afraid. You have to start taking action into that, because if you don't, this flatline is going to last a very long time. That's the point in this flatline. You have to start taking action on other things, because if you focus on the fact that you're feeling so low right now because you're not experiencing benefits and it just feels like this is a stagnant journey, then you're gonna end up getting depressed, and that's gonna most likely lead to you fapping again. You desperately have to distract yourself, man. Whatever you have to do to distract yourself, whatever activity that you find that can take your mind off the fact that you are not experiencing any benefits or it's not leading towards you watching some kind of videos. But let me tell you the good news. As I keep doing this, within the 5th or 6th month, as early as the 5th and 6th month, to me that's honestly pretty early, especially for me, because I was watching pornography all the time, and it's not as ridiculous as it sounds, and I don't really care at this point, man, because you guys could judge all you want. People judge no matter if you're doing amazing in life, if you're doing terrible in life, you're gonna judge regardless, so it's okay. But anyways, what I meant to say is that I was so hooked on pornography that I used to watch it every single day, and on top of that, I used to watch it on break at work. Like, I was in a very dark place, bro. Like, even for a guy like me who was that hooked on it, just within the 5th and 6th month, with good discipline, good taking action and getting out of my comfort zone, I was able to start controlling my emotions. Because see, I actually have a very bad temper problem. As much as I talk about God and everything, you know, I'm going to be as real as possible as I can on this channel. You know, I'm not just some kind of guy who's always relaxed, always laid back, you know. No, that's not me. I get mad pretty quickly. Like, things that people say do get to me. I'm still working on that. Nobody's perfect at all, like nobody in the world. But I found that I am able to control my emotions a lot better than I used to. See, before, if somebody would say something to me, even via text, I would get extremely upset. I mean, like, very upset very quickly, especially because, you know, I wasn't as social, I wasn't as confident in myself and secure with myself, so I used to be very insecure and I used to get mad very quickly. As time went on, I still do get angry and stuff, you know, that emotion is still there. I'm still working on it, but at the same time, I'm able to control it. You know, I'm not taking some kind of weird action where I'm kind of like harming my body or anything like that, you know. Because, you know, if you guys have been watching my channel from the very beginning, you guys know a lot about me. You guys know about me being suicidal before too. You know, I don't really engage in that kind of stuff anymore, and this is like the 5th or almost the 6th month now of NoFap and semen retention. One thing I really suggest you guys definitely have to do is the no PMO thing. When you're in your 2nd month of NoFap and semen retention, I suggest you guys start doing hard mode, no PMO, no porn, masturbation, orgasm, anything like that. I don't care if you say you don't watch porn and you still want to masturbate and orgasm. No, none of that. Or if you just want to watch porn, you know, some guys are like, oh, that's okay in my book, I just watched it, I didn't do anything about it. But that's what I used to do too. I used to just watch it constantly, and I couldn't get through my day without watching at least a video, you know. It's still really messing up your brain. Now, a lot of guys probably are wondering, where does it happen where I actually transform? You know, people talk about transformation on NoFap and semen retention, where you become into a brand new man, you become into a mature guy, you become a wise decision maker. You guys actually want to have a marriage, you guys want to have a very serious relationship. This is going to happen roughly about a year in NoFap and semen retention. For me personally, it's going to happen around that stage. That's how I feel it's going to happen. See, I'm still getting adapted to more things. I'm still getting adapted to the idea where I may have to go back to school and may have to learn more things and pursue a different career, a completely different career path than which I was already at. Let me just put it out there that this is a general kind of timeline. It's not the timeline that every single guy on this journey is going to have. Everybody is different on this journey. Everybody has a different level they're entering with in this journey. They have a different kind of mindset when they're entering this. They have a different kind of way of looking at it. Some are more driven. Some guys are a lot more depressed. Some guys have crazy anxiety. Some guys are actually a little bit more secure in themselves. So for almost everybody, it's gonna vary on when these benefits are going to hit and what stage is going to come. But the order of the stages I told you, that's the order that it will go in. But within the month thing, that's what I'm talking about. You know, for some guys it might take just up to 1 month to really start experiencing surges of confidence. Yes, you know, confidence does come within the first 2 weeks, but then, you know, it kind of goes into a flat line, like slightly. But you know, some guys can go right into the benefits very quickly because they're probably already secure with themselves. Porn didn't really have a crazy effect on their mind. They didn't used to watch it all the time. They didn't feel it was actually necessary for them to feel happy. And there are some things here and there that are actually not completely necessary, in my opinion, when it comes to this journey. For some people, these things actually might be necessary, because for me, cold showers and meditation were necessary. I had to do these things because my brain was so hooked on pornography that urges came very quickly. And even though I would try to engage in other activities, whatever that might be, I will still end up getting urges right after the activity is done. You know, so the next best thing to do is engage in meditation. Learn how to meditate. Learn what kind of meditation is right for you. Find time within your days. Also engage in cold showers. Now, obviously, when you start your cold showers, don't jump straight into a cold shower. I'm aware that some younger teenagers or even guys in the early 20s are probably like, dude, I'm a badass. I'm just gonna jump right into the cold shower. Well, see, here's the thing. One, anybody could say anything online. And a lot of people might trust them, a lot of people might not trust them. Now, me, I'm telling you this, that I'm truthfully, as much as possible, I'm putting myself out there and trying to tell you guys all the benefits you can experience and trying to help you guys out there. You guys can take that as a grain of salt, or you guys can trust me completely. But if I'm going to speak honestly, guys, I'm just out here to help you guys. I really have nothing against anybody. I have no reason to waste my time to make videos just to hurt people. You know, it makes absolutely no sense. Some guys out there might be like that because, you know, they just might want views, or they just might want to get famous overnight. I could care less about that. I just want to help people. So bringing back to the other topic, engage in cold showers, but start your showers slightly lukewarm, or even if it was hot that you used to take before, start it as a hot shower. Make the last 30 seconds cold. You know, like, keep decreasing the temperature. That's how I started when I started on cold showers. Actually, I started just extremely cold, and that's why I failed. And I ended up taking hot showers all over again. But then I started, you know, making the journey a little bit more slow, and started to think, you know, more smarter, rather than trying to do everything very quickly, experience benefits quickly. So just try to make the beginning of your shower hot down to lukewarm, and then end it off being cold, whether that may be 30 seconds or even a minute long. And always remember, do not compare your progress with any other guy's progress. I don't care if that's even your own blood. I don't care if that's your own brother or if that's your own cousin. Like, see, my point is, it doesn't matter how closely related you are or your genetics are the same. I don't care about that. Every guy's journey is going to be different on this. Okay, it's just that the stages I told you about, they are going to be there for sure. 110% they're going to be there. But it's just that it's going to vary at what time these stages come, you know, at what month it might come. And I'm at almost 6 months, about, like, probably just hit 6 months, and I'm feeling pretty darn great. But I know I still have to work on myself. I'm not perfect, and I mean, we're never going to be perfect, let's face it. But I'm trying to be the best version of myself as I possibly can. And I think that is really going to hit with another 6 months, because these first 6 months I feel like are the stepping stones, and you really start to figure yourself out. Now the next 6 months that come, you actually start taking very important decisions in life and start to really focus on what actually matters, you know, what actually is worth your time. Remember, keep getting out of your comfort zone, keep doing things that you feel like might suck. A lot of guys say this, they usually do things that suck, do things at least once a day that you do not enjoy doing. And for majority of guys, that would be probably working out, that could be taking cold showers, that could be doing your chores, that could be doing, I don't know, any other thing that you feel like requires a lot of effort, learning a new skill, learning, perfecting a new hobby or a different kind of skill that you always wanted to perfect. Because now God has actually given you the opportunity. I'm aware the coronavirus is a terrible pandemic. It's awful. I don't want anything bad to happen to anybody. It's not up to me though, it's up to God. The way he wants things to be done, they will be done. My will is different from his, and only his will can be done. You know, whatever I want to happen won't actually happen. But the point is, since the coronavirus happened and a lot of guys are stuck at home, you guys should look at this as a blessing in disguise, because you guys are at home and you have time. You are on NoFap and semen retention 1, and now you are stuck at home and you got time to focus on yourself, and you got time to better yourself each and every single day. If you are not taking advantage of this time, bro, you really have to start getting more disciplined with your life. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. If you want to better your life, it's up to you. If you want to improve on something on this journey and you want to gain as many benefits as you possibly can on this journey, it's up to you. But if you do not, I cannot force you to do that. All right, guys, hopefully you guys learned a lot in this video. You learned about the stages, and hopefully you guys who have not experienced some of these benefits or stages are going to be a little bit more patient, or going to start working more on different skills and whatnot. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a future video. You guys could check out my Patreon page, my Snapchat. You guys have questions about anything, you guys can email me. You guys have comments about future videos or anything else, you guys can leave it in the comment section below. And as usual, let's be our heroes, man.